This one little hair is really driving me crazy. Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel today. So excited to be filming this look because I used only one brand for everything. I used E.L.F. makeup products to get this entire look, eyes and face, and I've been wanting to film a one brand tutorial for a super long time, and I feel like E.L.F. is the easiest choice because the products are so affordable. Like, everyone can buy E.L.F. You can go to CVS, you can go to Walmart, you can go to Target, the freestanding E.L.F. store, which I love. You guys know I've hauled a bunch of times from the E.L.F. store, and I just love their products. They have so many good things. Some things aren't that great, but most of the time their products are pretty decent, and I wanted to do an entire tutorial minus the mascara. The mascara is not E.L.F., but everything else is E.L.F., and it was really fun to do this, and I wanted to show you guys. This is the look I created, and there are some really good E.L.F. products that I'm very excited to share with you guys. So if you want to find out how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to start out doing my eyes today because, as always, I like doing my eyes first because if there is any fallout, then I can just brush it away with a makeup wipe. It just makes life so much easier and you don't mess up your foundation or concealer. So I'm going to be using the Mad for Matte palette today, and this is what it looks like. I'll show you guys a little close-up of all the colors. So these are all matte colors, and most of them are like browns and neutrals, and I want to do a brown smoky eye with this palette. So I'm gonna start out just by taking this matte shade right here. It's literally like the same shade as my skin tone, maybe a little bit lighter, but I just want something to kind of pack all over my lid so all the shadows blend out a lot easier. I'm gonna take a brush like this, like a flat, fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna dip my brush in there, and I'm gonna pack this all over my lid, and I'm gonna go all the way up to my brow bone. So this is just gonna make everything much easier to blend out. And it also sets your primer. Moving on to my crease shade, I'm gonna take the third shade here. So I'm just going to work this into my crease, going back and forth, windshield wiper motions, and I kind of do like little circles like this. And this is gonna kind of be our base color for the other shadows that we're going to apply. Just a really nice transition shade in the crease. So then I'm going to take this shade right here, this fourth shade, and I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. Now, what I like about this palette is that it's a good beginner palette, especially if you have never worked with mattes before. I think this is a really good place to start out with this palette. It's affordable, it's pretty easy to work with, and it's just like a good option if you want to try out an eyeshadow palette full of mattes and you don't have any. Then this palette I think is definitely a good choice, or if you're just starting out with makeup, I think this is also a good choice for you. Then I'm going to take this darker brown shade. This is like the darkest brown shade in the palette, this one right here, and I'm just going to put that into the outer V of my eye to smoke it out a little bit. And I'm using a fluffy brush. This is the MAC 217. I just feel like this gets into the outer V of my eye much easier. It's my favorite brush for using in the outer V of the eye because I feel like it just deposits and then blends the color perfectly at the same time. I like to use the flat side of this, and then I'm just going to buff that into the outer corner of my eye and blend it into the lid. I haven't done a brown smoky eye in so long. You can also work this into your crease like this, and it's just going to give you a little bit more depth to your eye. I think this palette works better on the eyes than it does swatch on your hand. I feel like when you swatch it, I was a little bit unimpressed, but now that I'm using it on my eyes, I feel like it's much easier to work with and the color payoff is better. I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's like a pinky kind of shade, and I'm going to apply that to the inner corner of my eye just for a touch of brightness. I want to smoke out my lower lash line a little bit, so I'm going to take that dark brown shade and a pencil brush, and I'm going to just apply this to my lower lash line You don't have to do this if you don't like the way it looks. But I just want this to be a really like smoky brown type of eye, so that's why I'm adding this to the bottom. I'm gonna go back into that matte shade right there and a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap this onto my brow bone so I can blend out the edge of the eyeshadow, but just very, very lightly. You don't want to lose any color. I'm gonna add black into my waterline, and I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Cream Gel Liner. This stuff is really good. I've used it a couple times so far, and it is super creamy and it is really black. So I am just going to take some on a brush. I forgot to mention it's also very soft. It's like a lot softer than most gel liners. And I'm just going to put this into my waterline. I think this is an E.L.F. Yeah, this is an E.L.F. angled liner brush actually, so that worked out well. I didn't even know that that was the one that I picked up out of my brush jar. Yeah, so all the brushes in this tutorial, I'm sorry, are not all E.L.F. I do have some E.L.F. brushes, so the ones that I do have I'm going to use for this tutorial. And also put this into your tight line, if you're not afraid. I know it's a little scary to put eyeliner into your tight line, especially if you wear contacts. It can be a little bit scary, but I feel like it looks so much better and it makes your lashes and lash line look a lot fuller. So I highly recommend tight lining. Give it a try. My brows are driving me crazy right now that they're not filled in, so I just want to fill them in, and I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream, and this is in medium brown. Really like this stuff as well. I've used this a couple times. This is a very nice brow gel. It's very creamy. It's pretty long lasting. I'm going to use my E.L.F. small angled brush for this. It looks like this. This is a great brush for applying brow gel, so I highly recommend this. And I'm just going to start at the bottom, and then I like to work up like that. And then I like to fill in the front and then kind of work my way on this inner brow part right here, because that's the area that I need the most filling in on, is that front part. So I kind of just brush up. And then I go inwards to this part right here, like this top part, and just do little short strokes to fill it in. So I'm gonna go back to this cream gel liner and my E.L.F. angled eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to draw a wing. And then draw it in. Move on to lashes. This is the only thing in the tutorial that is not going to be E.L.F. is the mascara, but everything else is E.L.F. products. This is just the one thing. I'm going to apply my CoverGirl Super Size Me mascara, and I'm also just going to apply some false lashes after this. Alright guys, I'm just going to apply these false lashes. They're really, really pretty. I'm going to apply these false lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so the eyes are done, lashes are on, and I am going to move on to my face. Okay guys, the first item I'm going to use is the E.L.F. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. I like this because it is mild. There is shea butter, grape, orange, aloe, vitamin E, and cucumber in here, so there's a lot of good ingredients that are going to help your skin rather than hurt your skin. It's very lightweight. It doesn't have like an annoying scent or anything like that, which is why I like it. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. There's a piece of glitter on my face. Get off. Get off. Just apply that everywhere. Guys, the struggle was so real with this lash. I could not get it on. I had to redo it twice. I don't know why. Some days lashes are just so difficult. Some days they pop on in like a second and you're like, yeah, I am a boss. Today was not a good lash day for me. Okay, moving on to primer. I'm going to be using the E.L.F. Beautifully Bare Primer. I don't know why it doesn't say that on the packaging. Like up here it should say like Beautifully Bare Primer. It's literally just a blank bottle. I don't know, it's so strange to me. But I just got this in my haul. If you guys missed my E.L.F. haul, I will link it down below so you can check it out. Oh, I keep lifting it up. This is a screw off cap. It's not a pop off, just so you guys know. So I'm going to apply this to my face. And this primer, it's more like a lotion. It is not like your typical primer that feels slippery and silicone-y, say like a Smashbox Photo Finish. This feels more like a moisturizer. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face. It's very lightweight. And some people who don't like those type of moisturizers, like those Smashbox types of ones, you might find that you like this. And the scent is very light and pleasant, which I like. For foundation, I'm going to be using this E.L.F. foundation. Again, another product that does not have the name on it, like the actual name of the product. I don't like that. That really is bothering me. The packaging is so cute with the glass bottle. It looks very chic and high-end, very like NARS-esque. But why is the name not on here? This does have sunscreen in it, so don't wear this for your wedding or anything. But I love this foundation. This is going to be in my drugstore favorite foundations video, which I'm going to be filming very soon. This is a great foundation. I wear this a lot during the week. The coverage is very nice. It goes on really smoothly. It's not drying. It doesn't make me too oily. Really, really like this. But I'm just going to apply this with my E.L.F. blending brush. I just picked this up as well. This is a great brush, you guys, for foundation. Love it. 3 pumps on my hand. And I'm going to dip my brush in there. And I'm just going to buff this into my skin. I also love the scent on this foundation. It's like a light powdery scent. Something about it just like makes me think of like a baby or something. It smells so like, I don't know, powdery fresh, which I like. So just buff that into your skin. It's not like a full coverage foundation. Like on this first layer, you can still see like my red mark showing through of like a dewy finish. I would say it's more of like a satin finish. I'm thinking of doing self-tanner, you guys, for the first time, but I'm a little bit, I don't want to say worried because that's just being dramatic, but I want to test it out. But the only thing that stinks is that none of your foundations that you own after that will match, and I feel like I have to go out and get a darker foundation, which stinks, but I guess that's the nature of self-tanning. Like all my foundations I guess wouldn't match like my Hourglass foundation, which is like so expensive. So I'm like, should I do it? Should I not? I want to test it out. I know I can exfoliate it off. If you guys have tried any self-tanners, please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite is. Okay, moving on to the under eyes. I'm going to use the new E.L.F. color correcting stick. This is in light skin tones. And I'm just going to put this right underneath my eye and like dot it on. Oh my gosh, I just got it on my shirt. Boo, do you guys see this? Ugh, stinks. Moving on to the other eye. I'm just going to pack this on. And then because I have permanent glasses marks on the sides of my nose, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. corrective concealer. And I'm just going to apply that to the sides of my nose here. Under eye, the pinky one, and this one right here. And I'm just going to put that pinky one on top. I'm going to take this shade right here for my under eyes in this E.L.F. corrective concealer palette. Just use a foundation brush, and I'm just going to pack that on. I kind of go in like dabbing motions like this. Cover the sides of my nose right there where I put that green corrector. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. sheer powder. It's this little tiny jar like this, and I'm just going, ooh, it is, there's no cover on this, so just so you know when you open it, proceed with caution. I'm going to take my E.L.F. small tapered brush, this is a great brush, and I'm going to use this to pack and do a little baking underneath my eyes. I've never used this powder before. This is the first time I'm trying it out. Moving on to cream contour, I'm going to use this palette. This is the foundation palette. It says medium and dark, and I am going to contour with this guy right here. And I'm going to use my E.L.F. What is this called? This doesn't have a name, but it looks like this. It is a thick brush, and it's like short and stout. It's good for contouring. And I'm just going to follow along underneath my cheekbone. And the only thing with this palette, it's a little orangey for my taste. A little orangey. I'm also gonna take this on my chin. Get that chin contour in there. And I'm gonna go on my forehead as well. I'm just blending out my contour with this brush as well. So you can just blend that into your hairline like this. And then I'm just going to brush away my bake. I'm going to dip into these two darker colors. I'm just going to go over that contour. Alright guys, we are looking good on our base. I really like the way this turned out. And next I'm going to be using highlighter. I'm going to be using the Enchanted blush, and I have a hack on how to make this more pigmented, so I will leave that link down below for you guys to check out. I'm going to use the same small tapered brush to apply the highlight. So I'm just going to dip in there. This color is gorgeous. It's like a peachy golden shade. And I'm just going to apply that to the high points of my cheek, my nose, my chin, right here on my cupid's bow, my forehead. I want to just contour my nose. I'm going back to that cream palette that we used before for the face, and I'm just going to use this little brush right here that I got from Amazon. I'm just going to draw a line, and don't worry, we will blend this out. It looks crazy right now. And then I just cleaned off that brush that I used before, and I'm just going to use this to blend out the line. So it just looks a little less harsh and not like just lines down the side of your nose. A bit more of that highlight shade, and apply it to right there. And a little right there. Moving on to blush, I'm going to be using the shade Twinkle Pink. It is this really pretty peachy pink color, and there are some gold shimmers in there. So I'm going to be using this today. I really like this color, you guys. It has just like that touch of sheen from the sparkles, and it looks so pretty with the Enchanted highlight. And I'm just going to apply the blush to the other cheek. For lips, I am going to make sure I exfoliate first because my lips are so chapped. I have to exfoliate about twice a day, and the E.L.F. lip exfoliator is one of my absolute favorite lip exfoliators. I keep one in my makeup desk, and I also keep one in my makeup bag in my purse because I am obsessed with it. It is the Brown Sugar, I think it's called. The scent is like a sugary kind of smell, and it looks like this. Mine's a little bit low because I use it all the time. It's a little bit actually gross looking. I'm going to apply this to my lips. The only thing is that it's a little rough, and sometimes after I use this, my lips feel really sensitive. For lips, I'm going to be using the Natural Matte Lip Crayon, I believe this is called, and it's like this little skinny pencil. And I'm going to use this first to kind of outline my lips, use it as a lip liner, which is one of the reasons that I really like this. And then I'm just going to fill in. And this is like a Your Lips But Better shade. That's why I really like it. It's very natural. Final step, I'm going to be setting my makeup. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Makeup Mist and Set Setting Spray, and I'm just going to do one spray, side, side, and then just a couple more. Alright you guys, so that was my whole tutorial, all devoted to just using E.L.F. products, and I really had fun doing this, you guys. This is not going to be my last one brand fan. I feel like I've always wanted to call this one brand fan because it rhymes. It's not going to be my last one brand fan tutorial. I'm going to do more of these. I want to do one for Wet n Wild, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably be doing that soon. And if you guys want to see more of these, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that button down below to see more videos from me every week. And don't forget to hit that bell down there, because when you do that, that means you will get notified every single time I upload so you don't miss a thing. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this, and I will see you guys in my next one.